Adam had a secret first wife named Lilith, who was cursed by God to be the mother of demons, threatened to be drowned beneath the sea, and had 100 of her children killed every day, all for one reason and one reason only. She wanted to be equal to Adam. Now, this has been one of my most requested videos ever, so get ready as we explore the hidden history of Lilith like you've never heard before. Lilith, the secret first wife of Adam, has been described as the mother of demons, who preys on children and pregnant women, and who steals the seed of men in the night. But today, she's become a powerful figure of feminism and women's empowerment. Not only are we going to discover the story of Lilith, but we're also going to see her surprising connection to Lucifer. Before we see how Lilith and Lucifer are connected, let's learn more about her story. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the story of Adam and Eve, the apparent first man and woman. But the Bible actually gives two accounts of creation of man and woman. See, in Genesis 1, it said that God created man and woman at the same time, which denotes equality. But then in Genesis 2, a second account of creation of man and woman is given, and in this version, Adam is created first, and then woman is created from the rib of Adam, symbolizing subservience since she is created second, and from man, derivative of man. So, what's going on here? Why are there two different accounts of the creation of woman? Well, this is where the legend of Lilith comes in, pieced together throughout history from the Talmud, Zohar, Alphabet of Sirach, and other sources. It's said that when God created man and woman at the same time, this was actually the creation of Adam and Lilith. Lilith is said to be Adam's first wife, but she refused to submit to Adam. And Adam told Lilith that he was superior and that she should submit, but Lilith responded by saying that they were created from the same earth and that they were equals. Adam wanted to be superior, while Lilith just wanted equality. Given the choice between having to submit to Adam or leave the Garden of Eden, she left, epitomizing the saying, "I wouldn't sleep with you even if you were the last man on earth." But she didn't stop there. It said that she said aloud the name of God, and this was forbidden. Instantly, she obtained wings and flew into the air. So what does this mean? Well, we know that the name of God is said to be I am, so it can be interpreted that by saying the name of God aloud, she declared her own divinity, meaning that she wouldn't even submit to God himself. God was enraged, and so he sent 3 angels after Lilith, and they caught her in the middle of the ocean and threatened to drown her, and she was faced with a choice. Either she could return to the Garden of Eden, or 100 of her children would be killed every day. It said that she became the mother of demons, and she would steal the seed of men while they were sleeping to create more of her own demon children, and in revenge for the death of her offspring, she would devour the children of pregnant women. She became a feared demon of the night and associated with the moon and called the Queen of Demons. And soon we'll see a direct connection with Lucifer. But here's where things get really interesting, because Adam was left alone in the Garden of Eden, and so God decided to create a second wife for Adam. This time, God would create woman from the rib of man so that she would be derivative and submissive. This was, of course, Eve. Now, it's been said by some that Lilith was jealous of Adam and Eve, and that it was actually Lilith who became the serpent who tempted Eve to eat the forbidden fruit and got them exiled from the garden. But let me suggest another perspective. Could it be that Lilith was actually trying to free Eve? In a book that was banned from the Bible, known as The Reality of the Rulers, it said that the serpent was actually a feminine spirit that was trying to get Eve to eat from the tree in order to liberate her from the evil power of God who had forced her into submission. See, the one tree that God made forbidden was the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Funny that God would make the tree of knowledge evil, isn't it? The serpent told Eve that if she ate from the tree of knowledge that she would become like God, thus being free from God and not having to submit. So is it possible that Lilith returned to the Garden of Eden in the form of a serpent to try and free Eve. Today, instead of an evil demon, Lilith has actually become a powerful figure in the feminist and women's empowerment movements. She's considered a symbol as the world's first feminist because she was condemned as a demon for standing up for equality, in the same way that women are condemned today for standing up to the patriarchy. A major work in feminist philosophy, The Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir, describes how society treats women as second-class citizens, mere sidekicks to men, always on the sidelines. Now, this is perfectly embodied by the story of Eve, which has been used to justify the subjugation of women throughout history. In the Bible, specifically in the New Testament, it's said that women cannot have authority over men, that they must remain silent and must submit to their husbands in everything. And what's the justification for this? It's said that it's because Adam was formed first and Eve second, and that Eve was deceived by the serpent, but that women can make up for all this by having children. This is still taught in church to this very day, and I should know, as I grew up in a strict Christian household, and it was taught to me. The story of Lilith is a powerful symbol of feminine power, equality, and defiance of the patriarchy. Interestingly, we can find extreme parallels between the story of Lilith and Lucifer. Like Lilith, Lucifer also refused to submit to God and led a revolt in heaven against this inequality. Like Lilith, who was demonized and cast out of the garden and depicted as the queen of demons, Lucifer was demonized, cast from heaven, and depicted as the ruler of hell. Interesting how any attempt at equality is instantly condemned as evil and demonic. Both Lucifer and Lilith have been associated with the serpent in the garden, attempting to get humanity to realize that through knowledge, they don't have to live a life of subservience and submission, but they can become the rulers of their own life. Ultimately, these are stories, symbols, and metaphors. But they are powerful metaphors. So which side are you on? Are you on the side of God and Adam, which are archetypes of patriarchy and submission? Or are you on the side of Lilith and Lucifer, the ultimate power couple and archetypes of equality and liberation? Tell me in the comments. If you want to know about another powerful female figure banned from the Bible, check out my video on the secret daughter of Eve. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you feel like you've ever gotten something from my videos, consider supporting on Patreon. You help me, I help you, and we help the world. It's a feedback loop. You'll also get access to our weekly secret live streams, our hidden Discord server, The Citadel, and a lot more. My name is Morg, and I am Hyperion. Hail, New Terra.